Hey everybody, Andy's Free Guitar Chart videos here. Got a fresh start here this morning, and I'm going to run a video. The wife's out. So I made some adjustments to the chart here. Attempting to make a minor modal scale shapes and cages. In other words, kind of a minor cage system. Okay, where we'd be looking at this right here. Let me get me out of the way of the drawing tool. Looking at this right here for the minor, right there. So how does that differ from this up here? Okay, well, we don't have that. We'll have to move that down. So how does this differ from, oh, well, it differs from some different shapes here. Wow, we've got a bunch of half diminished here. Let's fix that. Okay. So how does the major cage system differ from just trying to make a, and why would you want to make a minor cage system? The reason is, if we review this right here, now look at these things that kind of looks like someone's telephone display or something. I like that kind of effect, but let's look at the major system, the major C, and then we'll look at the minor C. Box. Now notice I've stripped off the 3 flat here because I found it wasn't required. That it was better to actually not have it there. So how are we going to do that? Us guitarists, as guitarists, we're going to have to not use this open string, okay? Because it is the second flat of the key V flat. I'm hearing things out there. I have to find out what's going on. Okay, so it was nothing. The cats are excited. The weather's getting nice again. It's going up over 70 today and tomorrow. So as you remember, I was struggling a couple of segments ago with the 3 flat here, and then we added this. So I went over this morning. So let's look at this. C cage, capo. Alright, so here it is. Regular C cage. Your major is going to be root 3, 5. This second inversion, 5, root 3, 5, root 3. Okay. 3, 5, 6, root 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2, 3, 5. That's the pentatonic. But if you take it to the 4th, you're going 4, 6, root in the E shape. Finger bar. 4, 6, root. So it's going to be 4, root 4, 6, root 4. Now, when we want to do the pentatonic, we're going to extend. We're going to go 4, 5, 6, root 2, 4, 5, 6, root 2, 4, 5. Five, dominant. 5, 7, 2 in the G shape. 5, 7, 2, 5, 7, 2, 5. Okay. the pentatonic. 5, 3, 2, 7, 6, 5, 2, 3, 7, 6, 5, 3. So you put the three pentatonics together and you get okay. That's how that works. Now let's look at the minor part. We have the minor triad, the 6 minor, which is the relative minor of root 3, 5. It's going to share 2 notes of that. It's 6 root 3. 6 root 3. The chord is 3, 6, 3, 6 root 3. The second minor. Now, if we're going to do the scale, would just start on 6 and follow the diatonic scale of the major. The second minor is 2 minor, 2, 4, 6. It is going to be in the D minor shape now. Going from the E minor to the D minor, remember in cage word, E goes to D minor. Now this is going to work for the cages, but when we get down to the minors, I stripped off any labeling right here because it was getting confusing. So I want to focus just on the minors here, and we go over to the key of 3 flat. Because when you take a C and make it minor and call it Aeolian, you're actually in the key of E flat. So let's continue on with the second minor, 2, 4, 6. In the D minor shape, it's going to be here, 6, 2, 4, first inversion. And then you have 2 down here on the D string open. The 6 is also part of that triad. Now down on the third, on the very bottom string, you could sneak your thumb onto the 4. So partially muting, partially selecting, but usually with that D minor up here in the higher strings, you're not even going to hit that. You're coming down and you're not even going to hit that string. Sounds got its own sound today. So that would be the second minor, okay, which is the relative 6 of the 4th. Now the third minor is E minor shaped. It's going to be 3, 5, 7. Now we can use the 3 again. 3, 7, 5. Here's its parent pentatonic. 3, 5, 6 root. No, 3, 5, 6, 7. So remember the pentatonic from the 5, 5, 7, 2. Well, now part of that pentatonic is the third minor, 3, 5, 7. So it's 3, 5, 3, 7, 3, the chord. 3, 7, 3, 5, 7, 3. I just saw the time. We have to. And that is part of. So those are that's the C box, the major C box. Okay? And it's very practical to have the majors up here and the minors down here in the C box. It's a good way to learn modes. The only thing missing is half diminished, which is 4, 7, 4, 6 would be the 7th of half diminished.